The story of Jesus Christ is not just a tale of faith, it is a deep philosophical exploration of purpose, resilience, and love. His life's journey, filled with trials, challenges, and ultimate triumph, inspires us to navigate our struggles with grace, courage, and unwavering hope. Jesus' story is a reflection of the human experience, one that teaches us how to find meaning in our suffering and transform it into something beautiful and eternal. Jesus' life began humbly, born in a manger to ordinary parents in the small town of Bethlehem. On the surface, his beginnings seemed insignificant, yet from the very start, his life was guided by an extraordinary sense of purpose. Jesus believed that he was sent into the world not for himself, but for humanity, to guide people toward love, truth, and salvation. This unwavering sense of purpose became the cornerstone of his life. It gave him strength during the hardest moments, courage when faced with opposition, and clarity when the path ahead seemed uncertain. In our lives too, purpose is a driving force. It is easy to get lost in the mundane routines of daily existence, but finding a purpose beyond ourselves gives our lives meaning. Whether it is to uplift others, create something meaningful, or simply spread kindness, purpose transforms an ordinary life into an extraordinary journey. As Jesus began his mission, he encountered relentless resistance. His teachings of love, forgiveness, and equality were revolutionary for his time. He challenged the rigid laws and traditions of the religious leaders, calling for a deeper, more spiritual connection to God that was accessible to all people, regardless of status or background. This defiance of societal norms made him a target. The Pharisees and other authorities saw his influence as a threat to their power, and he was met with criticism, ridicule, and hostility at every turn. Yet, despite the growing opposition, Jesus never wavered. He continued to preach his message, heal the sick, and embrace the outcasts of society. This aspect of his story reminds us of the importance of conviction. In life, we will all face resistance when we try to bring about change or live authentically. The world often challenges those who dare to think differently. But like Jesus, we must remain steadfast, knowing that the pursuit of truth and goodness is worth the struggle. One of the most heart-wrenching moments in Jesus' story is the betrayal by Judas Iscariot, one of his closest disciples. Judas's betrayal was not only a personal act of treachery, but also a symbol of how deeply humanity can falter. When betrayed, it is natural to feel anger, hurt, and even a desire for revenge. Yet Jesus responded to Judas, and later to those who condemned him, with forgiveness. Even on the cross, in his most vulnerable moment, Jesus prayed, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." This act of forgiveness teaches us an essential truth. Holding on to bitterness only deepens our pain. Forgiveness, on the other hand, frees us from the burden of resentment and allows us to move forward with peace. While betrayal is a painful reality of life, it is also an opportunity to grow in compassion and understanding. The crucifixion of Jesus is one of the most profound symbols of human suffering in history. The physical agony of carrying the cross and the emotional torment of being abandoned and mocked by his people is almost unimaginable. Yet Jesus bore it all with dignity and grace, transforming the cross from a symbol of shame into one of hope and redemption. Philosophically, the cross represents the burdens we all carry in life, be it pain, loss, or hardship. Jesus' response to his suffering reminds us that pain is not meaningless. When approached with faith and purpose, suffering becomes a path to transformation. It shapes our character, deepens our empathy, and allows us to connect more profoundly with others. Rather than running from our struggles, we can learn to face them with courage, understanding that they are an essential part of our growth as human beings. The resurrection of Jesus is the ultimate message of hope. After the darkness of the crucifixion, the resurrection signifies that despair is never the end. It is a powerful reminder that no matter how bleak a situation may seem, there is always the possibility of renewal, rebirth, and triumph. For Jesus' followers, the resurrection transformed their grief into joy and their doubt into faith. It gave them the strength to carry forward his teachings and spread his message across the world. In our own lives, the resurrection inspires us to believe in the power of hope. When we face failures, losses, or setbacks, we can hold on to the belief that brighter days lie ahead. Life's greatest challenges often lead to its most beautiful moments, if we have the courage to persevere. Purpose gives strength. A life driven by purpose is resilient and meaningful. Seek a mission that uplifts others and aligns with your values. The story of Jesus Christ is not just a historical or religious narrative. It is a timeless lesson in the power of purpose, resilience, and love. His struggles remind us that life is not without challenges, but these challenges can be the very things that shape us into our best selves. Through faith, hope, and compassion, we can overcome adversity and find meaning even in the hardest moments. Jesus' life inspires us to embrace our struggles with courage and to transform them into opportunities for growth and transcendence.